The Arizona Diamondbacks defeat the Colorado Rockies by a score of 6-5 in the first of a 3-game series against the Colorado Rockies. Hello there, I am Mike McDermott from the AZ Snake Pit, and I'm asking you to hit that subscribe button. Leave a like on the video as we get right into the meat of the action for tonight's win. So on the mound, the Diamondbacks sent Madison Bumgarner to oppose German Marquez. Marquez has a pretty good track record of pitching well at Chase Field against the Diamondbacks, and this game was no different. He scored 2 runs in the first 6 innings against Marquez. RBI double by Ketel Marte following a Josh Rojas leadoff walk. At the top of the first, they actually made Marquez throw 34 pitches in the inning before he got out of it. Still like that they made him throw as many pitches. Unfortunately, innings 2 through 6 not so good. Because ended up going 6 innings and barely over 100 pitches to finish it out. That's definitely something they have to work on. When you get to the starting pitcher early, they got to keep coming at him. But it was a pretty close game throughout. Bumgarner was fine through the first 5 innings, 2 runs. Gave up a long home run to Randall Grichuk in the second, and then a double to Jose Iglesias. And a pitch up and away, they got hit down the right field line for a double. The Diamondbacks answered in the 4th inning. Daulton Varsho got a fastball down the bottom of the strike zone, got good extension, even had to drop down to a knee, but he got all of it, hit a line shot off the back wall in the pool area. That tied the game at 2. It was that way until the 6th inning, where some sloppy leadoff walk followed by some sloppy defense resulted in a 3-run inning. Rojas had a chance to get a force out at second base on a ground ball, but airmailed the bag. Marte was able to stop it from getting in the outfield, but it led to a 2-run single, and then more sloppy defense behind that made it 5-2. In the past this season, that was probably a situation where the Diamondbacks just kind of shut down from there. They did not do that today. They weren't able to do much against Marquez, but they did get to the Rockies bullpen. So in the 7th inning, the Rockies sent in Lucas Gilbreth, and he could not throw a strike tonight. The D-backs took advantage of that. A pair of walks. Emmanuel Rivera coming off the bench for Seth Beer ended up drawing a 4-pitch walk, and then 1 out later, Geraldo Perdomo drew a walk, which set up Josh Rojas with a 3-1 count, 2 on base. Got a fastball to hit, and he plugged the right center field gap, and that scored 2 runs right there. Now 5-4 game. Another walk to Thomas ended Gilbreth's night. So then they brought up Ketel Marte and Christian Walker against Robert Stevenson. Unfortunately, the Diamondbacks' most veteran hitters did not get the job done in that situation. A lot of the offensive success they've been having is Rojas and the rookies. It's been true on the road trip as well as pretty much of late, kind of thing with the runners in scoring position situation. But anyways, they got back in the game, 5-4 game. Now they just need to get a 0. Connor Joe hits a double, but Devenski strands him with a pair of strikeouts. So it was important that Devenski pitched a 0 in that one with the Diamondbacks building up momentum in the game. They needed a 0. He delivered. But a little bit of concern. Devenski's looked good. His fastball was up to 95 miles an hour. If he has 94, 95 with that dive bombing changeup and a usable slider, he's definitely a better option than what they've been throwing previously in the season if we're talking like 7th, 8th inning man. So he could be a key setup man for the team. Then in the bottom of the 8th inning, again, a couple walks. It looked like Alex Colomé didn't have much control of his pitches. Cutter was all over the map. The D-backs took advantage of that. McCarthy ended up good 2-strike approach, got something away. Plugged the 5-5 hole on the left side of the infield for a single. Then Rivera down a 2-strike count, got a cutter to hit right down the chute. Hits a laser off the left field wall, and you know you hit it hard when McCarthy can't score on a ball to the fence. So it was hard breaks on McCarthy at third base. I thought he might have a shot to score off the bat, but it was a good play by the Rockies, keep it in there. And it looked like it was going to be for naught. Carson Kelly swings the first pitch, hits a chopper to third base, a really bad at bat in that situation. Kind of situation with the struggling pitcher, you gave him an easy out, and you didn't even make good contact. Perdomo was there, and ironically enough, coming to that bat, there was a tweet out by the PHNX Diamondbacks that talked about Geraldo Perdomo's triple slash with the bases loaded, and I noticed that his OPS was over 800. It's like, wow, I did not see that. I did not expect to see that today. But of course, it ended up being prophecy as Perdomo ended up hitting a little broken bat line shot over the second baseman's head that scored the winning runs, and that gave the Diamondbacks a 6-5 lead. So if you've been following along today, the Diamondbacks did remove Melanson from the closer role, and they're going by committee the rest of the way. Although I think it's going to end up being a lot of Ian Kennedy for the ninth inning, in my opinion. But with Melanson out of the closer role, Diamondbacks turn to Kennedy in the ninth inning. 1, 2, 3. We love closers that have 1, 2, 3 innings. A little bit of help from Perdomo, not only swinging the bat well, but nice defensive stop on a ground ball up the middle by CJ Cron. Rockies didn't get anything started. You like 2 strikeouts and ground balls. A strikeout and 2 ground balls in the ninth inning. And that's what you want from your closer. Just don't even give the opposing team a chance. So definitely a nice win from the team all around. Good runners in scoring position, hitting late from guys that have been getting it done all year. Josh Rojas, Geraldo Perdomo, getting the job done there. Good pitching from the bullpen. I think they allowed only 2 hits. The rest, 2 hits in the final 3 of the third. Was Kevin Ginkel, I think, gave up 1, and then Chris Devenski gave up 1, but they got the job done. So definitely a good win for the Diamondbacks, who are 2 games ahead of the Rockies for last place in the. When I say they're ahead, that means the Diamondbacks are in 4th. 2 games ahead of the Rockies in the standings. Definitely want to see the Diamondbacks finish ahead of the Rockies. Just point and laugh at them, but shows signs of progress that the Diamondbacks have had back-to-back last place finishes. So game 2 tomorrow. I'll actually be in attendance for that game. It'll be Merrill Kelly against Antonio Senzatella. I think the pitching matchup favors the Diamondbacks because Kelly's just been on an absolute roll. Although it's no longer July, so we never know. But Kelly's been a surprise in the National League this year. His pitching has been fantastic. Obviously, he's coming off a month where he was National League Pitcher of the Month. We'll see him continue that role. He has got a 15-inning scoreless streak in the second half. So, more you see from him, the better, hopefully. Kelly continues the role. I think the D-backs have a pretty good shot at winning this series.